Hello, iOS developers. Let's look like solid principle. What is solid principle? In many interview questions, it is very commonly asked question. Many people find difficulties to understand what is solid principle. So I am explaining today with real world example. Let's look like what is solid principle. Solid is a set of 5 object-oriented design patterns, which stands for single responsibility. O stands for open and closed. L is for Liskov substitutions. I stands for interface segregation, and D is for dependency inversion. Let's look like one by one. So we explaining single responsibility principle. So what is the definition? Single responsibility means class should have only one reason to change. At beginner, we can say that one class should have one job. So let's look like example. The class, we have a user manager, we have a function save user and send email. So in the same class we have two different function, which is completely a wrong approach. So if you can see, like if you, let's look like a real next example. We have a class user service, which is a only one function save user, and now we are creating the second class, which is a email service. So we have a two different class for two different function, so it is not breaking our rule, because what we are saying, only one class have one job. So now each class has own responsibility. This follow single responsibility principle. SRP improves maintainability and testability. So you can check and compare both the examples how it is look like. So now move on to the our next definition, which is open close principle. So what it stands for? So software entity should be open for extension but closed for modification. So we can say in a simple word, like we should able to add new feature without changing the existing code. So let's take the example. We have a class payment where we have function which take the string type input, and which have the type UPI and card. So if you have a multiple card payment option, you can do like that, but it's a wrong approach. So instead of that, we are creating a protocol which is payment method, and we have the pay function. Now wherever we confirming this protocol, we can use is the pay. So we can add another payment method if we future it's come. So if you can compare both the examples, the wrong one and the correct approach with the open close principle. Now you can add any payment method. We just create a new class, existing code remain unchanged. So insect protocol helps to achieve the open and close principle, and if you have doubt, you can try with your own code. So this is the second principle we are following up. Now look, let's move to third one, which is Liskov substitution principle. So the definition is like object of a superclass should be a replaceable object of subclass without breaking the app. So like child class should behave the parent class, like whatever we are inheriting, it's behaving the same. If we take an example, we have a class which is a function fly, and if we inherited is the penguin on the bird class, but penguin cannot fly, so it break our principle, right? So it's a wrong approach. So what we are doing, we are doing the protocol which is have the flying function, and now we have class sparrow and penguin, but sparrow can fly, so we are confirming the protocol flyable, but penguin is not flyable, so we are not confirming this protocol. So we can avoid the crashes and the errors. So just like now we have a correct behavior. The design follow the Liskov principle, helps to avoid unexpected runtime crashes. So this is our third principle in the solid principle, and you can compare the both example left and right, what is the correct one and what is the wrong one. Move to the next principle, which is the interface segregation principle. The definition is simply a class should not be forced to implement is does not use like for a small specific protocol. So if we can take example, we have a protocol worker and we have a function work, and if we have the class robot, so worker confirm the protocol of worker, and protocol we have a two method work and eat, but robot cannot eat, so it's unnecessary using the function, which is a wrong approach. So now what we are doing, we are creating two different protocol, which is workable and which is eatable. So now class is a workable, so now we have the robot is a workable, so we are confirming only workable protocol, not a eatable. So they ensure that we are not forcing to confirm the method. Shift protocol make the interface segregation very easy. So whatever it is in use, you are using only those one. Now again we are comparing the left and right. So what is the wrong approach and what is correct approach? You can use this example for explaining. Now move to the our last example, which is dependency inversion principle. This is high level modules should not be depend on low level modules, and we can say that depends on the abstraction, not concrete classes. Here we have a example like we have a class API services, and now we are calling it in the login view model. So you can see that the example. Now it's a wrong approach because uh, it should not be dependent. Now we are creating our protocol just like we are doing API service protocol, and we have the login function inside that, and now we have API service which confirming the API protocol and the login function, and now we are creating the class which is independent login view model, and we created init API service protocol self.api, we are confirming init method. So this is the correct one, like we can inject any services that improves testability and flexibility for the uh, purpose. Now if we are going to summarize all the things what we understand from the beginning, so let's move on to the summary page. So to summarize the solid principle, we have write the clean and scalable and professional code. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe the video for more videos. Thank you.